Get a Job in Tech, episode 269. How do you get a job in tech? How do you start in tech, essentially? Before you do any work, before you do anything, first you have to make up your mind that you want to do it. That's the very hardest part, actually, of all of it. Hardest part is, do I want to do it? And do I want to go through the work? Maybe let's say you're working at McDonald's or Walmart. I always talk about those two companies because a lot of people work at those two places. And you have to get tired of your job, and you have to be fed up enough to where this is just a stepping stone. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to work here anymore. I'm thankful for the position, but I'm going to get a job in tech because I want to make something. I want to make more money, essentially. I don't want to work coming home with grease on my hair, on my face every day, or I want to work at Walmart, boxing, putting stuff away in shelves. And maybe after 5 or 10 years, I'll be a manager. You don't have to do all that. In IT or tech in general, IT, let's say IT, you don't have to worry about being a manager if you don't want to be, because the pay is quite generous just being a sysadmin. So your first job would be a call center. So you start off as a call center. Usually everybody starts as a call center. Work at a call center, you get yelled at a couple times about customers you're calling. You're trying to sell them products, essentially. Or they might even be calling you to complain about their internet service for that matter. And you just have to take it. You learn, you adapt, you say, okay, this is good. What's good about this? I understand the skill. I have the soft skills now. You take that, you move yourself into a help desk job. And maybe you work there 6 months, a year, something like that, while you're learning other skills. You're learning the sysadmin skills that are needed. Basically, so the help desk job is mostly Active Directory. So it's Microsoft Active Directory, users and groups. So you're setting up an account, you're unlocking permissions, you're doing something related to that. Maybe you're sending emails, maybe you're getting permissions, maybe SharePoint permissions, SharePoint permissions. You're unlocking somebody's account, essentially. That's what help desk is. You're the intermediary. You're filling forms, you're processing forms, things like that. Sysadmin, you're working on the server. Now you're installing the OS more, like Windows. Usually it's Windows. You're doing a little bit of DBA work, mostly not though. You're doing patches, you're patching the servers. You're keeping the track of inventory, all the servers you have. Maybe you're doing user-based stuff. For instance, you're going to the individual users, the computer users, maybe patching them, maybe installing new hard drives, installing new CD-ROMs, putting in new memory, replacing power supplies, things like that. That's sysadmin. And from nothing to sysadmin, definitely you can do it in a year or 2 years. So you're making 15 an hour, 16 an hour, 10 an hour, whatever state you're in at a call center. In a year's time, you could be help desk making 60 a year. And then in another year, or even less, you could be making 80,000, 80 to 100,000 working sysadmin. It's all up to you. Just get your mind right. If you want it, go after it. And it's going to be hard either way. You're going to be 5 years older. In 5 years' time, you're going to be 5 years older anyway. So either you work at McDonald's and Walmart in 5 years' time and wishing you coulda, shoulda, woulda, like everybody does it. Everybody has those thought processes. Or you can just start now. You get a job in tech. It's up to you, really. No one's going to force you. It's up to you. It's the hardest thing to do in life is to decide that you want to do something that you want to do. Because nobody's going to be behind you clapping and cheering you on because they don't care. Most people don't care. Really, they don't. You just have to have your own way, your own mindset, and go after it. Go after what you want. If it's tech, great. If it's not, then maybe this podcast isn't for you. If it's tech, definitely this is something to think about. Well, thanks a lot. We'll see you next one.